welcome everyone to this event. And I would like to say the utmost gratitude towards God for letting us gather in today's event with a good and stable state of health. I also would like to express our warmest greetings and deepest gratitude to Professor Alia Nur Hasana, SSI Pharmacist MSI as Director of Academic Affairs Universitas Pajajaran, Mrs. Hana Risma Dewi Agustina SKP MN PhD, Head of Distance Education Management Office, Professor Dr. Nur Atik MKes PhD as Director of Research, Healthization and Community Service, Dr. Kasno Pamungkas SSM Hum from Faculty of Cultural Science, Mr. Faki as International Student PhD from Faculty of Pharmacy, and all participants who joining us today. Thank you so much for your kind presence. All right, to begin our event, we would like to invite the Director of Academic Affairs, Universitas Pajajaran, Professor Alia Nur Hasanah, to give the directives for today's program. To Professor Alia, the time is yours.
Yuk, Rifka. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. It is a real pleasure to see all of you here, our wonderful postgraduate and also international student, as well as our distinguished speakers who have joined us from different places. On behalf of the Directorate of Academics, I'm very happy to welcome you to the Introductory Academic Program, Series 3, with the theme Effective Writing Strategies and also Publication. Now, we all know that writing and publishing are at the very core of academic life. But let's be honest, writing a good paper is not always easy. It takes patience and also a lot of courage to express our ideas in a way that others can understand and appreciate. Yet that's exactly what makes research meaningful, I believe, that when your ideas go beyond your thesis, your lab, or your classroom, and reach the world through publication. At Universitas Pajajaran, we believe that every student has a story worth to sharing, a discovery that deserves to be published. So that's why today's session is all about helping you to build your confidence and skill. We are very excited that this workshop will bring together three key topics that will guide you in that journey. The first one is the research and publication support for students in Universitas Pajajaran. Prof. Nur Atik will give you help how to discover the resources and also opportunities available to support your academic growth in Universitas Pajajaran. And then Pak Kasno will give you the how to write an academic paper for beginners, offering practical guidance for those who are just starting to writing a journey. And then from our international postgraduate student, which is Muhammad Faki, will give you the tips and tricks for successful publication among postgraduate students. So all of you will learn from real experiences on how to get your work published effectively and ethically. I hope all of you can take this opportunity not to just listen, but to really engage, ask a question, and also share your expertise. You can also share your experiences regarding the problems when you want to publish your paper. To all of our international students, I welcome you again to UNPAD. We are very proud to have you as a part of our academic community. You will bring a diverse perspective that make our university richer and also more globally connected. So please, let's make the most of this workshop, learn, connect, and be inspired to write, not just for grade, but also to make an impact. Thank you to all for being here, and I wish you have a productive and also inspiring session ahead. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Alia, for the valuable direction that have set the tone for today's program. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed to the main agenda. And this agenda will be led by Ms. Jelita Rifdah from the Office of Distance Learning Management UNPAD. Without further ado, please welcome Ms. Jelita Rifdah. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Kifka Kinanti, as a Master of Ceremony, for the opportunity Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Excellencies, distinguished speakers, and all participants. My name is Delita Rifdanashua, and it is my great pleasure to serve as your moderator for today's session of the Introductory Academic Program 3 with the topic Effective Writing Strategies and Publication for Pajajaran University Postgraduate and International Students. I hope everyone is doing well and ready to gain valuable insight from our distinguished speakers today. In this first session, we will discuss the topic research and publication support for students in Pajajaran University, which will be delivered by Professor Dr. Nur Atik, lecturer at the Faculty of Medicine and Director of Research, Hilirization and Community Service. Before we begin, allow me to read a short biography of our speakers. May I kindly ask the operator maybe to please display the short bio slide of our speakers. Okay, thank you so much. Professor Nur Atik earned his bachelor degree in medicine from the Faculty of Medicine, Universitas Pajajaran in 2006. And then he continued his academic journey by obtaining a master degree in anatomy and histology from the same university in 2007. In addition, he completed a Master of Health Research Ethics at the University of Malaya in 2023 and earned his doctoral degree from Osaka University 2014. Currently, he serves as a lecturer at the Faculty of Medicine, Pajajaran University, and holds the position of Director of Research, Hilirization, and Community Service. His professional contribution, including serving as research coordinator at the Indonesian Anatomists Association starting from 2024 until now, research coordinator at the Forum of Indonesian Recognized Research Ethics Commit from 2019 until now, and research coordinator at the LPPM PTNBH Association 2024 until now. With his extensive academic background and professional expertise, Professor Nur Atik has played a significant role in advancing research, ethics, and scientific publication within Indonesia and beyond. Without further ado, please welcome Professor Dr. Nur Atik to deliver his presentation. The time and screen is your mister.
Okay, thank you. May I call you Teh Jelita or Teh Naswa?
Teh Jelita.
Okay, great then. Okay, thank you, Teh Jelita. So I would like to share my PowerPoint. Just a moment. Wait. Tunggu kan. Okay. Okay, can you see my slide here?
Yes, I can see, mister.
Okay, great then. Okay. Wait, tampilkan. Masih gitu. Okay, let's start. So first of all, I would like to say thank you very much for Directorate of Academic Affairs Universitas Pajajaran who already invite me, especially Ibu Hana, to give a talk within this morning. So and then second, I would like to say apologize since my PowerPoint in Bahasa Indonesia, even though I would like to present it in English. So, according to our agenda, I will deliver about the grant and also any kind of facility that provided by our institutions, Universitas Pajajaran, that can apply to the students. So, this is a background, just a background why students need to be or involved in the research. We know that, or I would like to tell or inform all of us here, especially for students, the trend of the grantee of research, it's getting increased. It's the impact of the grantee of the grant research grant. It will increase our publications. As you know that if we see from the news or newspaper or something like that, Unpad Universitas Pajajaran uh, put our position stronger, especially in the research field. And then we know that there is a role of the students to increase our research quality, because I would like to share to all of us here the number of the publications that students as the first authors. And we also know that some of the students here, or maybe I believe all of students in Universitas Pajajaran, when you want to graduate from your study program, you should develop some research, or even you should publish it, especially for the graduate students. And then we know that sometimes, especially for the uh, uh, undergraduate students, or even post or master and doctoral program students, when you want to develop a good portfolio, you have to make or build the track record, especially in the research. So and if we see the background or even the objective of the grant itself, we know that the grant itself, it encourage us or encourage students to involve in the research, and at the end to the publications. And then the grand objective, sometimes, not sometimes, it will increase the number of the publications, especially for the high quality publications that involving the students. So that's why at the end, I would like to share some opportunity for all of you, if you want to join with us, or if you want to get this kind of the opportunity, especially for the research grant. And then the grant itself, it's provide the supporting, especially for the funding support, and also the supervisions of the students when you want to develop the proposal, research proposal. And of course, when you want to apply, or all of us here as students, when you want to develop a good protocols, sometimes we need a good collaborations with the supervisor, or even the collaborators of the supervisor itself. So it can increase our networking in terms of the research. And then at the end, the research grant can accelerate the research, and also at the end it will give an impact to the society, including these institutions, and also for us as researchers or students. This is some of the grant. We call this as internal grant, or HRU, Hibah Riset Unpad. Start from this year, this internal grant, we divide it into two. This is the mandatory to the faculty, and then the mandatory, some mandatory, and also some competitive grant that under our the Directorate of Research, Downstreaming, and also the civil engagement. Okay, for the faculty itself, we have the ILK, and also IMF, means International Matching Funds. This is the conventional one, the RKDO, review articles, and also to write a books. And then for the mandatory, or the appointed grant, we have the Riset Penugasan Unpad here, and then we still have the competitive grants such as HHU and also RKI. RKI, we collaborate with 23 PTNBH in Indonesia. This is also involving the students as members of the researchers. And we still have also the scholarship here, a scholarship especially for the postdoctoral students. we have RDDU, BUPP, and also BPDP. So maybe after this, if you interested in with this, we can discuss in the futures. And beside the internal grant, we also have an opportunity from our government. From our government, of course, the grant itself can rise from the Kemendikti Saintek or even BRIN, Bapenas as well. Sometimes they provide some grant, research grant, and also several ministry in Indonesia, such as the Kementrans. Even we know that next year, Kementrans will provide some scholarship. One of the university will get this kind of the opportunity is Unpad. So maybe after this, if you are interested, you can ask later. And then there are some collaborations grant. It can comes from the local government or PEMDA or PEMPROF, and also sometimes industry also ask us as a university or academic institutions to make some collaborations to find out some products, and we will get the some funding to develop that such a product. And also for the collaborators from other university as well, or even sometimes the NGO, if you familiar with the for example Melinda or Bill Gates Institute, sometimes they provide a huge grants, research grant. So this is such an opportunity as well for us to propose. Okay, so this is other facility or support that we provide to students. So we would like to say that our directorate, their HPM, not only provide for the grant itself, both for the students and also for the lecturers. We also provide some facilities such as the access to the e-resources and also the proofreading. So if you want to publish a journals, sometimes the editors ask us to provide the proof of the proofreading itself before we submit it. So there is an opportunity or facility that raised from our directorate. And also we have the APC support, article processing charge. Of course, not all type of the publications or manuscript can support it for the APC by our institutions. There is a regulations within this, so please be aware with the regulations itself. Or for example, here we try to screenshot here. Even though within nearly futures there is a new regulations regarding the APCs, both for the students and also for the lecturer under Pajajaran University. And then beside this kind of support, we also acknowledge for the students who have an high achievement or prominent achievements in terms of the number of publications. So you know that when you saw your seniors when there is the wisuda, the ceremony, university will acknowledge the best students who publish in good papers or some papers published in the good journals. Okay, so as I told you before on my first slide, I said that there is a good trends in publications that arise from the students here. You see that if we see on the 2020, only 320 journal published in UNPAD, the first author come from the students, and then this number increased even in 2025. This is data from July. Even on July, it's already more than half of 2024. So we really encourage students to publish in a good papers under supervise of our lecturer. So this is a good practices that we learn from the university in abroad. Okay, so I think wait a minute. I think some uh, I think that's all that I want to share to all of us here. I give it back to Teh Jelita, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Artik, for your enlightening presentation. Okay, now we will move to the question and answer session. Maybe for all participants, if you have any question, please feel free to raise your hand or type out your question in the chat box, and I will be happy to read them out for you. Okay, maybe we wait for a moment while everyone prepares their questions.
Okay, while waiting, the audience ask. So I would like to share this link. Yeah, is it okay, Teh Jelita?
Yes, that's okay, Mr.
Okay, okay. Can you see my screen? Their HPM link here already
Yes,
see? Yeah, okay, great. So I would like to suggest all the students here to visit our website here, their hpm.unpad.ac.id. So within this website, you can find out several supporting or services that students can use this. For example, please click in this menu, unit layanan. There is I forgot to tell you, we also have the clinic manuscript. So clinic manuscript will help us, especially students, when you want to publish in good papers, but somehow you didn't confidence with your draft of manuscript. So you can come to this clinic. Some experts that we provide, actually they're also your lecturers as well. They will guide you to develop a good manuscript until submitted. Okay, this we call that as a clinic manuscript. And also there is the IPCs that I already mentioned before, and then proofreading service I also mentioned before. Okay, I think that's all that I would like to add. Another thing is for some subject, when you want to publish in journal also ask about the ethical clearance. So we also provide this support of the EC, Ethics Committee, or IRB, Institutional Review Board. So when you want to ensure that your protocols already follow the guidelines, the global and local guidelines regarding the ethical principle in the research, you can submit it into the this KEP, Komite Etik Penelitian. Okay, thank you. That's just an additions info.
okay, thank you so much, Professor Atik, for your additional information. Okay, now we have some question coming from the chat box. I will read it. First, the question is from Shifan Arif Ali Mostar. Good morning, Mr. Professor Atik. In which semester we will start learning how to write an academic paper? Maybe you want to answer it?
Okay, actually, I'm not competent to answer that because you know that some prodi or study programs have different programs, but at least in my faculty, Faculty of Medicines, we already teach or let the students to do the write an academic paper since they join with us. I mean, in the first semesters, they also try to train to become a good authors. But of course, it depends on the study programs. So I'm not capable to answer it, but I just share some experience. Okay, I think that's all for from the. I would like to say Arif or Sifion. Sorry if I'm make a mistake to read your name.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Atik. Maybe we should go into question number 2. It's from Bilal Shah. The question is, I've one paper in Springer Nature and it's already accepted, but I heard that there are issues regarding the payment. Could you please tell us any update about this matter? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Bilal. This is very important questions because we understand that many informations from outside tell that some payment there is an issue about the payment. So I would like to say that first, please ensure that uh, the proposal, I mean, proposal for the APC, article processing charge, it's follow rector regulations. That's the most important thing. One of them, for example, if you are students, at least you have to publish in the Q1 and Q2 if you want to get a full support from our institutions. If it's Q3, quartile 3, so the institutions, if you are a student, yeah, the institutions can support only or until 10 million rupiahs. That's the first. And then the second, university didn't pay for the hybrid journal. I mean, when you submit a paper, and there is an options between subscribe or full open access. So if the journals have these two options, so you have to choose the subscribe one, so the free one. If you choose the open access, so the university or institutions cannot pay that. So we call that as the hybrid journals. So that the latest regulations or guidelines that we have. If you thought that we already follow these such guidelines, so please contact us, or especially or even you can contact my WhatsApp number. We will check because sometimes each authors have their own or there's a specific problem, so we cannot using the same way out for this such a specific troubles or issue. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Professor Atik. Maybe we should go to the question number 3 from the Ansa Somro. The question is, does the proofreading service is free? May I know to the latest link for Turnitin check?
Okay, thank you. For the proofreading, yes, if you using the facility under our directorate, I mean, just now I share the website, the link of their HPM. So there is the proof reading. So just follow that guidelines. If you follow that guidelines, it's free. I mean, not free. This is under our facility. That the first, and then the second about the Turnitin. The Turnitin itself, maybe I would like to suggest you to go to the Kandaga because the Turnitin itself under them. I think some of us here still have the account of the Turnitin, right? So that's about the Turnitin check. Okay. Okay. So Jelita, may I read by myself so it can make a fast? Okay. I would like to answer the answer Somro. How many research paper can we publish? Uh, I'm not quite sure with your questions actually. I mean, if you ask how many research paper can you publish as a student, of course, there is no limitation for publications lah. Uh, uh, unless there is a regulation specific from your study program. But of course, in our directorate, we we strongly support or strongly encourage all of us here, not only lecturers and also students, to publish good papers. The most important thing is we suggest to all of us here, including me, we publish a good or the good paper, not published in many papers. However, the quality is very poor. So that's what my answer. But if you thought that, I mean, if your questions regarding how many papers that can support the APCs from the institutions, this is also same actually. If you are students, uh, in the last regulations, I mean, in the last guidelines regulations, I mean, actually we didn't limited the number of the publications that can produced by students. However, we just put that we will support the publications of the students as long as it's related with the thesis or dissertations, or the final research project. Why? Because you know that sometimes when you are a good student and you have an capability to write a good paper, so we strong emphasize or strong support you, strong suggest you to publish in the on the same topics, which is the topics that related with your thesis or dissertations. Why? Because within this strategy, you can mastering your knowledge and also your skill. So we didn't suggest you to, okay, you do research on the topic A, B, C, D, F, G, and so on. That's not good on that situation. So that's why we strongly suggest you to specify your skills or knowledge. Okay, and then from Fani Hanifa, okay, this might be a bit early to us, but may I know if there are any specific of conditions for applying to okay. Also, regarding the APCs, I noticed that some are from Panama will be acceptable published in journal. Okay, okay. For the Fani Hanifa, regarding the scholarship, postdoctoral scholarship, okay, we also provide some postdoctoral scholarship. For example, within this year, our government gave some funding to our institutions, and then we divide it into several schemes for grant or scholarship. Then it's also open for the postdoctoral scholarship. So for Fanny, I would like to suggest you please want to open their HPM link, or even usually our lecturer will tell us that, oh, there is an opportunity to open to apply grant or to apply the scholarship from Universitas Pajajaran. That's my suggestions. And then for the second, regarding the APCs, of course, for the APCs, we not only provide for the APCs that have APCs comes from publishers that already collaborate with us, collaborate with Universitas Pajajaran. All of us here also can publish in other journals or publishers, as long as it fulfill the requirement. As I told you before, for the lecturers, they should publish in the journals that indexing in the Web of Science with impact factor and not categorized as an emerging science. But for students, you still allowed for the latest one, you still allowed for the Q1, Q2, or even Q3 until 10 million rupiahs only. So as long as you already fulfill that such a requirement, you still can publish it. However, the payment from institutions, we using the reimbursement system. So you have to pay by yourself or by your team, and after that, you ask the reimbursement to the institutions. Okay, and for Lemon, I will give the link after this. Uh, Faria, how can we avoid plagiarisms and maintain research ethics? Okay, this is a good questions actually, since we know that our situations, I mean not only Unpad, I mean Indonesian situations, there is some issue regarding the integrity, research integrity, including the plagiarisms. So I'm very happy if the students already aware about the plagiarisms and other integrity issue. So for the plagiarisms itself, at least we can check using the Turnitin, and then we see that how many percent our draft have a similarity with other papers. So I suggest you to discuss with your lecturers or your supervisor regarding this. We believe that all of researchers or lecturers here already familiar using the Turnitin or identical or other similarity check. But the most important thing is we also have to know uh, uh, the process of the identity check itself. We cannot say 100% if it's already identical. For example, one statement it's identical, or 50% of the statement is identical. It's directly as a plagiarisms, because when we see the definitions of the plagiarisms itself, it's not only about the similarity. So you have to know the definitions of the plagiarisms itself. But again, my suggestions is please discuss with your supervisor. I think that's all, and it's already 10:40. Yeah. I give back to you, Tejelita, please.
Okay, thank you so much from Mr. Artik for the Q&A session. I think the question will be the last question for our Q&A session today, as we are running out of time. Okay, for those who still have follow-up question or would like to discuss further, in case some participation, we still have further question or would like to follow up after this session, maybe where could they reach you, sir? Or maybe where they asked to question from the question yang belum terjawab.
Okay. Since I already asked to the committee that I still have many things to do after this, so that's why I asked for the Q&A after me, just directly, not collected together with other speakers. But of course, I still can open. If you still have any questions, please contact me or even contact their HPM staff. So we are very happy to answer it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Atik. Once again, we would like to express our sincere appreciation to Mr. Anur Atik for his informative presentation and thoughtful answer during discussion. Thank you very much, Professor, for your time and contribution for today's session.
Thank you. Thank you. So I leave now. Thank you.
Yes, you can leave now, Professor Atik. Thank you so much. Okay, for all participants, now we will continue to our second session, which will focus on the topic how to write an academic paper for beginners. This session will be delivered by Dr. Kasno Pamungkas, a lecturer at the Faculty of Cultural Science, Pajajaran University. And before we begin, please allow me to read a short biography of our next speaker. Maybe I need the operator, please display the short bio slide. Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Kasno Pamungkas is a lecturer at the Faculty of Cultural Science, Pajajaran University. He earned his bachelor degree in English literature from Pajajaran University and later completed his doctoral degree in transdisciplinary linguistics and tourism, also from Pajajaran University. He is actively involved in several professional organizations, including number one, Masyarakat Linguistik Indonesia (MLI), Asosiasi Pelaku Perjalanan Wisata Indonesia, Badan Pengelola Geopark Global UNESCO, Kebumen, and HAPMI Kota Bandung. In his academic career, Dr. Kasno has an impressive track record in research and publication. He received the Best Paper Award at the International Conference ISELS 2016 and has served as an LPDP UKIC's Grand Reviewer Science 2024. Currently, he is also involved in the Riset Kolaborasi Indonesia Grant from 2024 until now and the Academic Leadership Grant 2023 until now, as well as a reviewer for several internationally reputed journals since 2021. With his broad expertise and experience in linguistic, academic writing, and cross-disciplinary research, Dr. Kasno will share valuable insight on how to write an academic paper effectively, especially for beginners. Without further ado, please welcome Mr. Dr. Kasno Pamungkas. The time is yours.
Thank you very much, Jelita Nasiwa. And good morning, everyone. It is an honor for me to be here to join with you in this insightful moment. And today we are going to talk about a crucial aspect of academic life. One of the crucial aspect is academic writing, right? And whether we are student or researcher or scholar, effective academic writing is essential for communicating our ideas, presenting research findings, and achieving academic success in our academic trip. In this discussion, we are going to explore the fundamentals of academic writing, its importance, and some tips for improving our writing skill, and little simulations about no, not simulation, but little explanations about reviewing process. Okay, so let me share screen. Is it visible? My screen?
Yes, the screen I can see.
Okay, thank you very much. Uh, Today I'm going to share a little information about the introduction of the academic writing, in which, as I said to you, that this is one of the uh, crucial aspect of our academic life. And academic writing is a structured and formal way of writing used to communicate ideas, research, and arguments within the academic community. And surely we can see here why we should do the academic writings during our study in Universitas Penjajaran, since academic writing is to demonstrate our understanding of a subject. For example, if you are studying in geological engineering, so using academic writing, you can demonstrate your understanding of the subject of geological engineering, as well as you are studying in a faculty of cultural sciences, for example, in linguistic program or in history. You can also employ the academic writing to demonstrate your understanding of the particular subject you learn in the university. Then, academic writing also contributes to the academic community. It means that one of the role that we can have or we can play as a researcher or as a student is by contributing some ideas or several ideas regarding to our subject. And by writing some papers and then some articles, any kinds of academic writings, example. So it means that we contribute to the academic community related to our subject during our study in a university. Then academic writing also builds skills necessary for professional communication, which means that when we are studying in university, we should uh, try or we should strive for making start of our uh, professional writing, for example, especially we should be able to um, make ourselves not only we are standing and we are playing a role as a student in the university, but we try to start the professional uh, communication here, which means that when we are writing the academic subject, for example, it is truly different from the casual writing or informal writing. Then academic writing also helps in the academic assessment and advancement, which means that in our university, similar to other university, one of the requirements before we graduate from our study program, usually we should show our performance in academic writing. One of the performances in our academic writing is, for example, by writing some article for journal publication, and then also write some reports of research, and then we also write the undergraduate thesis, graduate thesis, or doctoral thesis. Uh, the key features of the academic writing, uh, in which I said to you before that it is different from the informal writing, then based on the formal tone, the academic writing avoids slang language. For example, when we are going to say, uh, I use this method for my research. This can be included into a slang statement, but in academic writing, it should be rewritten here. Becomes, for example, uh, the this method or this qualitative method is used in this research. So the language is different. Once more, it is not slang, but it is formal language, and usually it employs the uh, passive voice or passive voice, but uh, in diction with formal one. Yeah. Okay. Then we should also avoid the contraction in our writing and overly casual expression. Based on the clear structure, uh, the academic writing is organized with an introduction. Then, after the introduction, is followed with the body paragraphs and ended with a conclusion. So, we must present our ideas in this at least clear structure. Which part is the introduction, and then which part is the body of the paragraphs, and then which part is the conclusion of our academic writing. Then it is also presenting a central argument or point that guides the entire text. It means that we should write in uh, cohesive and cohesion structure, not we not writing randomly, but it should point that guides the entire text in relation with the clear structure. And the thesis driven here means there should be a thesis statement as the introduction, then the body paragraph can be filled with some theories, and then the conclusion contain the result and discussion based on the introduction and the theoretical framework. Then another key feature of the academic writing is evidence-based. It must be supported with data, examples, or scholarly sources, which means that it is uh, improper if we write the academic writing but without any data support. And then we should also give clear example and scholarly resources. For example, by uh, using some updated information regarding to the particular cases, but the particular cases should be in related with referencing and citation, in which we should properly acknowledge these sources using academic style like APA, MLA, and Chicago and Mendeley too. So uh, if our writing is excellent, for example, but without evidence base, without reference, without citation, so it cannot be said that it is academic writing. Then, the essential skill for academic writing, firstly, we should have critical thinking, in which it is evaluating arguments and sources, and paraphrasing and summarizing also necessary in order to make a restatement ideas in our own words, which means that when we are citing other opinions or when we are citing other paper, please make sure that it should be paraphrased and summarized. And we can also make a restatement ideas in our words. What is restatement? Restatement means conveying the similar ideas but with different style or with different structure or with different diction, but the contents, the of the message should be similar or in line. Then we should also able to synthesize information by combining ideas from different sources. For example, we have 30 citations. Uh, we should be able to synthesize them. Uh, there should be related ideas between among the uh, cited paper. And in this part, we should be able to employ our skill in using the conjunction, for example, especially to make relation among one idea to the next idea, to the third idea, to the fourth idea. We can employ the conjunction, and it is not only additional conjunction, but also we should be able to play not only additional conjunction but also contrastive conjunction, and then causality conjunction, and as well as the conclusive conjunction. Then in referencing, it is acknowledging sources to avoid plagiarism, as stated by uh, our director just now, that we should be careful when we are producing or we are generating text in our research or in our academic writing. Never claim that the ideas coming from ourselves, but we should read, and then we should cite the statement from other authors or from other writers, and then we should acknowledge them as the sources to avoid plagiarism. Then editing and proofreading skill is also essential, since when we are writing the academic paper, it is ensuring clarity and correctness of the grammatical aspect of our writing, especially when we write in English. So please make sure that we are able to use the English well, not only about the diction, but also the grammar, as well as the good structure of our writing. And we can see here there are many types of academic writing. It means that when we are talking about academic writing, it is not only about articles for international journal, but the academic writing can be essay. Uh, for example, we write an report or we write our opinion and then we send to newspaper or magazine, and then it is published the newspaper by the newspaper or the magazine. So it is also one of the academic writing uh, example. Then we also can write the research papers, and it is identical to the student, since when we are studying in a university, whether undergraduate, master, or doctoral program, we should do research. And then one of the uh, activities after doing the research, we can write the research paper. We can write an article related to the paper, although sometimes the research paper also is started with literature reviews, and it can be a preliminary research, and then we can make a development from the literature reviews to the research paper, in which the difference between literature reviews and research paper is literature reviews is written before we conduct the research in the field, but the research paper should be based on the result of the research itself. It means that we should make sure that we have conducted the research activity first, then we get the result of the research, then we spill the result of the research as the research paper. Then sometime it is also uh, necessary for us to write the reports for the research, in which it is also a process of the research in which we should write on, and usually it is conducted in the same time with research paper, and the report is also one of the classification of academic writing, in order to give some reports of the research that we have conducted before. Then thesis or dissertation, it is one of the uh, obligation when we are studying in the university, that we should generate or we should produce thesis or undergraduate thesis, and master thesis, as well as the doctoral thesis, or sometimes it's also called dissertation. And as we can see in our university, that the student, in order to graduate from the program, they should complete their thesis, and it must be uh, supported by literature reviews article, for example, and then research papers publication. Then case studies, as one of the example in academic writing, usually conducted is usually conducted when we are doing research, and then we are having a observation, for example, related to the object of the study. And then reflective journal, it is a type of academic writing, in which it is a personal record or individual thoughts, feeling, and experience, and it is useful for self-reflection related to our study in the university, for example, and it can contains some experience or observation, and then analyze the uh, research pattern, for example, and then develop a critical thinking and a problem solving skill. Relating to the structure of an academic paper, it should be clear and informative for the title, which means that it is called an academic paper if it has a title, and the title should be clear and informative since it is the brain of the academic paper, which means that when other people, when reader see the title, so they can make an interpretation of the research or the academic paper here. So it means that it should be as clear as possible, as informative as possible, to make the reader easier to understand about the contents of the academic paper. Then, after the title, it is followed with abstract, and abstract is a summary of the paper's purpose, and then the methods of the research, and then the findings or the conclusion uh, in the research process here. Then usually after the abstract, there will be the introduction, which introduce topic and thesis statement. In the introduction, we should make sure that there will be problem statement, in which the problem statement uh, will give background or rationale for our research, why this research is necessary to do, why this research is important to conduct related to the updated condition related to the topics here. Then, in the introduction too, we also put some research question, and then we also put the goals or the purpose of the research. Then, in the body of paragraph, it discuss and support main ideas with evidence. Uh, Usually, it shows the literature review. It also shows some writings from other scholars, some statement from other researchers, in which we take them as the citation in order to strengthen our research here. Then after the body paragraph, and then it is also equipped with the result and analysis, we go to the conclusion, in which it summarizes the main points and the implication of the research. Then uh, after the conclusion, there is a references in which list of all sources should be written in the references. And we should make sure in the body of paragraph in which we have several citation, we should make sure that the citation are written in the references. Uh, I will share a little about a reviewer's point of view when I become a reviewer in several journal, in several international reputed journal. Uh, we should make sure that the literature review and use of references should be conducted well. Why this becomes the first thing to be reviewed by the reviewers, since when we are reviewing the article, we should make sure that the reference is used by the writer here should be updated, and they should be uh, fair written, and then they should be what's that complete, and then they should also be related to the recent topic. Why references update becomes important here? Because from the updated publication, and then from the newest article related to the particular topics, so we can get the novelties. We can see the updated information related to the topics being researched here. And then after literature review and use of references, the reviewer will see the theoretical development of the hypothesis, which means that there should be a clear and there should be close relations between the theoretical review with the hypothesis of the research, and there should be clear information related to uh, the citation used in the article, and then the references used, and there is a updated research conducted by the researcher here. And then quality of design and methods also becomes a concern of the reviewers, since using the right methods will influence the reviewer point of view here. For example, if a good research but conducted without correct and good method, so it will produce unqualified article or publication or academic writing here. And academic writing should have adequate data analysis, which means that we should make sure that the data analysis should be adequate or excellent, and we should make sure that the data used are relevant to the uh, result of the research here. And then quality of discussion also will influence the assessment from the reviewer. For example, sometimes we can see that an article is equipped with adequate data analysis and then completed with theoretical development of hypothesis, but it doesn't have a good quality of discussion. So it becomes one of the reasons to reject the article. Then legitimacy of conclusion also a part of the ending process of the quality of discussion, as well as the adequate data analysis. If in the quality of discussion is produced poor information, so it will not produce the legitimacy of conclusion. And then please make sure that there is a good clarity and readability of your article, and then the using of precise references and concise references, especially references that are the newest in the last 5 years. And then it is necessary to produce the novelties of the research. And then the rationale and clarity of definition too, and then the writing style also necessary. And then please make sure that your article or your academic writing contributes to the new knowledge in your field of study here. Okay, and review process and submission is one of the process that we are always waiting for when we are when we are finishing our paper. And when we are going to submit our paper, don't forget to ask your peers or professor to read and review your paper. Once more, don't forget to ask your professor to read and review your paper, and never write a paper by yourself, but you put the names of your professor without making consulting with the professor, and then without asking review from your professor. Okay, so please make sure if you put their names, it means that you also ask their review to your paper. And before submit, we make sure that our paper is proofread by professional. Sometimes we can also ask help to some language editing service, and fortunately our university also has this service, proofreading service, so you can ask our university proofreading service to support our paper proofreading here. Then please make sure when we are going to submit the paper to the journal, we should find the right place to publish. It can be in conferences, for example, to get a review from our peers, and then submit to a journal or submit as books here. And as suggested by our director just now, that it will be better if we are able to publish our paper or our academic writing in reputed international conference or reputed international journals, as well as the book. Yeah. Okay. But sometimes it is also necessary for us to start with national outlets for publication. For example, published in some Sinta accredited journal in Indonesia, and after that we move to international one. Uh, we can submit in the related journal accredited by Sinta. There are Sinta 1, Sinta 2, Sinta 3, until Sinta 6. And usually, when a journal is accredited by as a Sinta 1, it is also uh, indexed by international reputed journal index, yeah, for example, by Web of Science or Scopus. Okay, then when we are going to submit the paper, we should make sure that we complete with the guidelines for submitting an article, and then we can check out the journal website. Uh, when we get a review from the reviewer of the journal after we submit in the journal, uh, when you read the review for the first time, put them aside and come back later and carefully read them. Usually, don't directly read it when we get the review for the first time, but we should spend enough time. We should spend in uh, comfortable situation, and we should spend in uh, conducive condition, then start working on each comment or review one by one. And we may consult to our peers or professor on how to best address to comments or review. And then after we get the through comments or review from the reviewer, so we can rewrite our paper step by step. And after getting the result of the review, usually we do not get a direct uh, review result that it is published, yeah, but sometimes there are some or there are several revision, yeah. Usually it is uh, publishable with a minor revision, as explained in the comments above and below, and publishable with major revision, yeah, and unsuitable for publication, as explained in the comments, and it means that it is rejected here. Okay, but if it is rejected, please be positive and take the reviews to the heart and rewrite our paper, and we can resubmit the paper to the same journal, in which usually the chance of acceptance may be rising, but by revision, I think, yeah. Or we can submit to another lower ranked journals. And the philosophy, when we are submitting paper, the more we have rejection, so the more opportunities to get the publication here, or get used to rejection to get a lot of publication. It means that if you never be rejected by the journal, so it means that you will never get published. Okay, and then why we publish during our study in university, especially in Unpad here, because our publication will be institutional branding. So when we are talking about branding, it is a positive thing that we should give to our alma mater, to our university here. So please be careful in submitting the paper. Please make sure that uh, the journal that you are going to submit to is the reputed international journal. And please avoid the journal with bad reputation, as well as you should see first about the record of the journal, especially to avoid the predatory journal. And it is also personal branding when you have written some and you have published some or several articles in international reputed journal. So you will have what's that? The ID of the Scopus, and then the ID of the Web of Science, as well as the ORCID ID, in which it is the International Researcher ID. And publication or academic writing is also part of the networking and collaboration, which means that when you want to submit a paper, for example, if you want to have publication, we suggest that it is much better if you not write the paper alone or single author, but it will be much better if you have a collaboration with international writers too. For example, you can ask the professor, Prof, can we have other or several authors from our international partner, for example? So we can make a further consulting with them, and then we can have a further review with them, and then we can ask their name to be put in our article. So by having these activities, it is one of the implementation of how to build networking with academic paper. It is also international collaboration, which not only affects to our personal brand, but also it will give impact to our institutional brand, especially for uh, international ranking or World University ranking, both QS or Times Higher Education. And then publication is also sharing research result, which means that uh, it is one of the proof of the validity of our result, and then we can get recognition from our partner, from other researcher, if we have share our research result, and we can also have a feedback from them. And then by writing academic paper, it can be also media for us in order to have mobility or exchange. Uh, for example, when we have conducted the research, and then we have written the report, and then we uh, write our research article, before we publish in international reputed journal, for example, we can uh, present the paper or the result of the research in international conference. So we can go to other university in other countries, and then we can go around the world uh, in order to take part in the international conference, or we can also have an exchange with similar programs in other countries. Okay, thank you very much. Hopefully, it will be meaningful and useful for your academic trip in Universitas Pajajaran. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Kasno Pamungkas, for the insightful and informative presentation. Mr. Kasno, I would also like to inform you that the Q&A session will take place after this next presentation, so we kindly ask for your presence until then for the discussion segment. Is that okay, Mr.?
Okay, nicely. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Doctor. We really appreciate your time. Now, allow me to move on the next session. And for all participants, we would like to inform you that the Q&A session will be held after the third session. So, if you have any question for Mr. Kasno or our next speaker, please kindly save them for later, and you may ask them during the final discussion session. Once again, thank you very much, Doctor, for your valuable time and knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, and now allow me to continue to our next session. Now we will process to our third session, which will discuss tips and tricks for successful publication among postgraduate students. This session will be presented by Mr. Muhammad Adel Muhammad Al-Faqih, an international PhD student at the Faculty of Pharmacy, Pajajaran University. Before we begin, allow me to read a short biography of our speaker. Okay, Mr. Muhammad Adel Muhammad Al-Faqih is currently pursuing his PhD degree in Pharmaceutical Economics at the Faculty of Pharmacy, Pajajaran University. His recent professional experience include consultant at the World Health Organization, WHO in 2025, research assistant at the Center of Excellence for Pharmaceutical Care Innovation in 2024, journal peer reviewer in 2024, clinical pharmacist at Dr. Hasan Sadikin Hospital Bandung in 2023, and teaching assistant at the Faculty of Pharmacy, Sana University in 2021. With his diverse academic and professional background, Mr. Muhammad Hadel has gained extensive experience in pharmaceutical research, clinical practice, and international collaboration. Today, he will share practical tips and insights on how postgraduate students can achieve successful publication in academic journal. Without further ado, please welcome Mr. Muhammad Adel Muhammad Al-Faqih. The time is yours.
Hello. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, I can hear your voice, Mr.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Can I share the screen? Wait. Okay. Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen now.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. I'd like first to welcome you all, the international students or even the Indonesian students. I see so many participants from Indonesia, so if you have any question, maybe later at the end of this session, we can ask even pakai bahasa Indonesia. It's okay also as well. After we already went through knowing the regulations from the university and also the facilities that was mentioned by Prof. Atik, and then we moved to the presentation that was presented by Dr. Kazmo, how to write an article, and now we will or I will present tips and tricks for successful publication among the postgraduate students. And actually, this presentation is not made from theoretical part or any other references, but it is from personal experience, as I'm like Pajajaran University student, and I published in some high index journals. So you will see me moving between the presentation and also the browser, because I would like to make this presentation more practical, because it is tips and tricks, so we have to know where to go and how to do. So basically, we are going to talk about 10 practical steps, starting from the idea, moving to the publication. So as we can see here, we have 10 practical steps, starting with developing and registering a protocol. And then we can use smart tools for collaboration, improve the writing quality, present the result effectively, and then move to building a strong reference base and collaborate internationally, and then choose the right journal. After that, you write a creative cover letter, and then when you get the response, you craft a detailed response. After that, when you finish, you should build your research identity. Okay, let's start with the first step, or let's call it the first trick, or the first tips in publishing in high index journal. So actually, and this is not only for publication, but it's almost for our life. When we start to something, we have to be organized. We have to make a protocol. We have to make outlines. We have to make the red lines and everything to make it clear. It will take time at the beginning to prepare these things, to prepare the protocol and the outlines. But actually, at the end, it will be quick and small efforts in the later stages. We can see here those people who didn't start with a protocol. They had so many problems and long, difficult revisions at the end or at the later stages, and it will take months. So you better start with developing and registering a protocol. So it is simply you start with the idea, and then when you get the idea, you draft it. And then, of course, because you are going to work in a team, and as Dr. Kazum said before, you are going to work with professionals. They will give you feedback. So after that, you refine it, maybe 2 times, 3 times, until you get the final form. In this step, after that, you have 2 options, either to register it or no. But what is the advantage of register it? Register the protocol as we can see here. We'll move to the web. Can you see the web here?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so yeah. Here we have, for example, this is Prospero. Prospero is a website that you can register your, for example, systematic review. Let's have an example. For example, I have registered once here. Let me just write my name here. Okay, so you see, here is a registered protocol for my systematic review. When you click on it, you will find everything here. Everything is clear, the title and the research and the methods, everything. So yeah. So when it comes to writing my paper, I will reference or get citation of this, that my protocol has already registered and it is available publicly. And this will give your paper part of good transparency and good trust. And so when the reviewers read your paper and they know that you follow a protocol, it means your article is organized. Here is an example. This is another idea. You can publish it as a single paper. You see, this is a research protocol. They write it and they publish it as a, you see here, it's a protocol and it is published as single paper. And then when they write their manuscript, they will reference this as a protocol. So back to the presentation. Yeah, we have to be organized from the beginning in order to make other later stages very organized and fast. We'll go through the second tip. The second tip is using smart tools for collaboration. We mentioned before that we have co-authors. And in order to make the work organized and fast and transparent and to achieve the outcome very fast, you have to use some smart tools. I mean, we are living in a digital world, so we have so many applications. We have so many tools. For example, we have Google Documents. This will allow you to work together with your co-authors at the same times. You can see what he's adding, what she is adding at the same time. And this is for writing the manuscript. And you can use some other tools like Rayan AI. It's an application that can help for scanning. If you are doing systematic reviews, maybe you can invite your co-authors and you can work together at the same times. Mendeley for referencing. In Mendeley, you can also create group and invite all co-authors to use the citation. So we have so many tools. And when you work on this, in order to not like to make the work organized and to make it in one place and not to having like more than one documents, you can save these documents in, we have the free one, Google Drive maybe, or shared cloud. This will make the work organized and up to date, and will make it clear. Okay, so we already knew that registering the protocol using smart tools. And now when it comes to writing the manuscripts, we have to improve the quality of the writing. We already knew the structure, as Dr. Kazno mentioned before, but when it comes to the writing, it says that good science needs clear writing, and reviewers reject unclear paper even if the data are strong. I mean, I've seen so many Indonesian students. They are doing great job in their research. They have the good data, but when it comes to writing, they are somehow afraid of writing in English. I mean, English is not our language. It's not my language. It's not your language. It's a way of communication. But we are living in the world of artificial intelligence, so you should not be afraid of this. Uh, you can use the AI now, and now some journals, they are like mentioning that if you are using the AI, you can mention it in the method section. So you have the opportunity, you can use the AI, but when you are using the AI, you have to be the author. I mean, you can decide what is right, what is wrong. We are in the AI world, so you can focus only on clarity, logic, coherence, and you can, for example, you can copy the paragraph that you put your idea in the paragraph, and for example, you take it to ChatGPT and tell the ChatGPT to make the paragraph more concise, more clear, but keep the technical meaning. So the writing of using the AI is use it as just assistant to refine the culture, maybe the tone and the flow. But after that, you have to move to critical review. You have to double check the facts. Maybe, it's a machine. I mean, it gives you right, maybe wrong. So you have to decide at the end. So you remain the author. Okay. So we improved our writing. And now when it comes to the result, um, we have to represent our result effectively. Why? Because, the power of the visuals makes your data tell the whole story. And there are so many sayings about this, like one picture can tell more than 100 words and these things. So we have to present our result effectively. When it comes to writing the article and you submit it to the journal, the reviewers' eyes go straight to your figures. Why? Because a well-designed chart or maybe figures can make a result clear in second. You can see here, this is maybe text congested one or maybe table. It is very crowded. But when it comes to figures, for example, or any infographics, you can make it. It can tell the whole story in just one figure. So we have so many applications for that. We have Canva, and I believe that most of you can use this program, and it is easy and available for everyone. We have other programs like Burender. We have Tableau. Tableau is very interesting program. We as students have the opportunity to have it as a free for 1 year. And we have more complicated applications like Python. Maybe this is for the people who are using statistics. And Python is somehow difficult because it needs to have course of, you have to know it first. And we have so many other programs like R, SPSS. But I mean, each field, and I believe each field has their specific tools, specific programs, and this can present or visualize your result more effectively. The fifth tips or trick, we have to build a strong reference base, as it was mentioned before by Dr. Casino. Because a strong reference, it means strong foundations. And the reviewers, when it comes to reading your manuscripts, they judge how deeply you understand your field through your citation. Why? Because let's say that you got citation from 19s. 90s is too far. I mean, the science is changing, the size is updated, so you have to use the updated one, like maybe the last 5 years or maybe the last 10 years. More than 10 years is still okay, but it's not preferable because you have to use the updated one. So many programs can arrange or adjusted your presenting of the reference spaces, We have Mendeley, and it is the best program for that because it's free. And we have Zotero. Zotero, and as I mentioned before, we can work on Google Documents to work on writing the manuscript. But unfortunately, when you work on this document, you cannot use the Mendeley for that. But there is another program, it called Zotero. You can use it for referencing. And we have EndNote. This is very nice program, but unfortunately it is a paid one. And we have a Ref Works. It is a web program. It's not a web, I mean, you can work on it only online, and it's not available as a separated program. So we move through the sixth tip. We have to collaborate internationally. Why I'm saying this? Because your paper start with idea, and then when you have international collaboration, it becomes like partnership, and then it will come joint paper, and the effect of that will go to global impact. Someone will ask me, I mean, will say, we are still students, how to get international collaboration? This is not difficult because, as I mentioned before, we have co-authors, we have the promoters, our promoters, and of course, for 100% sure that they have international collaboration. And this collaboration, it can give good impact to your paper. In order, for example, you'll say that maybe I can search by myself, starting searching for people who are the same interest of my research. You can. You have so many platforms that can give you this feature. You have Google Scholar, you have ResearchGate, you have LinkedIn. Let's move to, for example, to have an example of, for example, here is Google Scholar. I want to search for someone who is in the same interest of my research. So I could go to my profile, for example, and in this profile, sorry, change the account. Okay, so I'll go to my profile, and my profile, for example, I'm putting some research interest here. I would, for example, click to my first research area, for example, for pharmacoeconomics. Here you will see all the people who are working in this field. I mean, it is organized according to the highest citation. So many people are working there. You can enter to their profiles, you can see their publications, and you can ask, send them an email for collaboration. For example, you can see this one, the second one, the second highest cited one in this field is my co-promoter for my PhD. So I can enter here to his profile. You can see so many publication related to, and then I can take his email and send him for invite him to my research. Here is ResearchGate. ResearchGate, when you put your research interest here, you will the articles related to your research will appear here, and you can enter to this profile to this man, and you can message him, and you can have collaboration. Same as well for LinkedIn, because so many people are posting, and then when it comes, like, because we are living in a world of algorithms, so it will gives you the people who are in the same interest of your research. Okay. So we'll move now to the seventh tips, which is choose the right journal. This is very important. You already did the whole work, but don't make it wrong at the end. So when you finish your article, you have to choose the right journal. Why? Because choosing the right journal can save you months of frustration. How? You can search for the journal. Is it indexed or no? Because if you are targeting high index journal, you have to make sure that is it indexed or no? Is it reputable or no? Is it with the same scope of your research or no? If you find them all, they are okay with your article, then you can submit. Why I'm telling you this? Because of the Ombud also have some, like as Prof. Atik mentioned in the beginning, we have some publishers that we have collaboration of them. Ombud have collaboration of these publishers. So you also make sure of this, because if it is not out, you will have to go so many processes like reimbursement, or maybe the Ombud will not pay. So you have to follow the same sequence from the beginning. One more thing is you have to take care of the timeline of the journal. Why? Because through submission until publications, it moves through so many steps, starting with the submission, and then you go to the review. and this will take months of waiting, like maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It depends on the reviewers, and then you get the revisions. This revisions will maybe minor, maybe major. If it's a major, it will take you time, and then if the reviewers are not still okay with your feedback, they will send you again review, and then you revise again. So this takes time until the acceptance. And it's not guaranteed now here. When it is accepted directly, it will be published, because some journals takes maybe 1 month, some journals 2 months or 3 months. So uh, it's about the timelines. You have to make sure of the timelines of the journal. We will see here, and we'll move to the browser to show you all these things. But I would like also to mention one thing about the timelines. It also gives you indication of the quality of the journal. Some journals, like the Indian one, maybe it will they write in their profile that you can publish in 3 days, or you can publish in 1 week. This, it gives you indication that this journal is fake, is not good journal. So yeah, let's move to maybe to the browser to show you, for example, about the here is, for example, a journal, high index journal, PMC Public Health. If you want to learn about the article, you can just click here about, and then you have the aim and scope. You can see here what is the aim of this, if it is okay with your article, okay, and then you move to the data availability. You have everything that about the payment, the APC, that we mentioned before. You can see here the price for publishing, and you can see the index. You see so many index here, and you have the policy of the peer review. And also here you have a special number. You can take this number. You can take this number and search more. For example, if you want to make sure that this journal is like Scopus journal or no, we can copy this one and we move to the Scopus. We can write here the number of that journal, and we can find the source. You see here the PMC public. This is the website of the Scopus. It can show you that this journal is indexed in Scopus, and the percentage is 81. It means it is Q1, because more than 75, it is more than 75%, it is categorized as Q1. So okay, we see that this journal, for example, is fit to our article. And now it comes to the timeline. You can see here the matrix of the journal. It shows you here the impact factor and everything. But when it comes here to the speed, they tell you that from submission to the first editorial is 7 days. And from the submission until the acceptance is 182 days. So here it gives you information, but again, this is not also valid. One, you have to, in order to make sure, you can go through the articles that already accepted. We can see, for example, this one, and we can download it. We can download it to see inside the article what happened. We see here, you can find it because most of the journals, they mention when it was submitted, when it was, we can see here, it is received in June, and then accepted in August, and published online on October. So you can make sure the right timeline of the journal. Okay. We move back to our presentation. Sorry. Okay. We move to the eighth steps of writing the successful publication is about writing a creative cover letter. We already write our manuscripts. We already determined our target journal. Now, how to submit or to write a creative cover letter. Why creative cover letter? Because a great cover letter can open the doors before editors can see even your paper. So why I'm mentioning this, because strong cover letter can make the process of editorial screening very fast, and this will goes to the other steps, revisions, and high acceptance chance. But it's not related to the acceptance, but I'm talking about the speed, and this will go through the other processes and will give the increase of the acceptance chance. A good cover letter should contains header and greetings. For example, we could say, your information there, and then you can say dear editors or the editor of blah blah journal, and then you go to the body. Here's the most important part of the cover letter. You have to mention what is new in your article, what is the novelty, and why it matters. Give importance of this, and why you want to submit it in this journal, why it fits their journal, and you close that cover letter, and finally you give your signature. So okay, we already submitted. Now you will get the revisions from the reviewers. You have in this stage, it is very important to give back to the reviewers who send you the comments. You give them a detailed response letter. Why I'm telling that? Because responding to the reviewers is not about defense. I mean, we're not fighting. They are professionals. They are reviewers who had very big experience. When they give you details, when they give you comments, it's about valuing their feedback. You take it what is right, and you edit it in your manuscript. The one that is not right or maybe not reasonable, you can just fight. You can say why I'm not agreeing with this, but in polite way, and this will make the process. Because you know, if the reviewer is still not okay with your response, he will go through again to another round, and then this will take month to 2 months, 3 months, and it will take time until publication. So the reviewer will send you feedback, and you have to address this comment and then revise it and resubmit it again to the journal. In this step, if the journal still needs another comments, you will move again to the first step, review, and then you get the response to address it, and then you revise it again. And then based on this, you can have the final decision acceptance of your manuscript. Let's have an example, for example, of the response, because in the response letter, you have to address each comment separately. And then, for example, you can say just short, thank you, maybe you say, thank you for your time and valuable feedback. And then we have individual responses for each comment. We can see here, someone write here, we have updated the introduction, and that's it. What does it mean? Where is it? Where did you update? And I consider this as a wrong one, and it's gonna take you a long time. But like when you go through very detailed comment, we can say we have updated the introduction in page blah blah and in the line blah blah, and we have added, for example, one figure, give the number of the figure, the page. So it is very detailed, and this will make the reviewers very happy, and then they will go through the acceptance stage. The final tip or trick is about your identity. As Dr. Ghazman mentioned before, you can make your so many accounts to upload your work there. So, I mean, you already got your effort to write the manuscript and to publish it. So you should make an effort also to build your research identity. Why? Because publishing is only just the start, and your name is your academic brand. So we have so many platforms where you can upload your work there. We have Orsed, you have Google Scholar, Web of Science, LinkedIn, ResearchGate, Scopus, so many of them. Why we are saying that? Because this will increase the visibility of your work. It will increase your citation. It will increase your collaboration. A recent example that when I was searching in Google Scholar and I searched for my co-promoter, it was through Google Scholar. So from that, I'm going to reach him. I'm going also to check his papers. I may cite it. I may also collaborate with him through maybe invitation and these things. So let me just move to an example. Let's say that this is a published paper. This is the one that I mentioned before, the ORCID ID. So when you click on this one, I click on it, it takes me to the profile of this person. This person, everything is here. The education, his profile, it's like CV. You can see education, everything, and what are the works that has been recently published. So this will give you more chance for your visibility of your work, more citation, more collaboration. And you have so many other like ResearchGate, like LinkedIn, Web of Science. We can see here web of Science. This also gives you, for example, this is the Web of Science. You can search here. It gives you the information about, here we can see all the information about this, like what are the articles, what are everything. I mean, this is academic brand because we are here in the university, especially the postgraduate students. From the name of it is postgraduate, we have to focus on the scientific research and publication. I think that's all from my side. This is my email. If anyone is interested in collaboration or maybe further work together, you can contact me. And I hope everything was clear. And if you have any question, do not hesitate to ask. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Muhammad Al-Fakir, for the presentation. And now we have come to the Q&A session. I would like to invite Mr. Kasno Pamungkas to join with us again. And for Mr. Muhammad Al-Fakir, stay there. Okay, for our participants who have questions, especially those from the second session, you may ask them now. Please type your question in the chat box and don't forget mention to who your question is addressed, whether it's Mr. Kasno Pamungkas or Mr. Muhammad Al-Fakir. We will have around 10 minutes for this Q&A session, so please make your question concise and clear. First, I will read the question from the chat box. Okay, we have the question from the Rajma. Rahmat say, Dear Professor Pamungkas, please help regarding the SOP of accessing IPC to Unpad in detail. So far, I don't know how and what should be processed, and now nowhere should I contact to get access this info. Thank you for your hand. Okay, I would like invite Mr. Kasno Pamungkas to answer this question.
Okay, thank you very much, Lita, for addressing me to the question from Rahmat related to the SOP for assessing APC to Unpad in detail. So far, I know when you have published the article, and then, like stated by Professor Atik in first speaker, as the first speaker, if your article is included or is recognized as the international reputed index journal article, so you will have the APC from the UNPAD to reimburse. Uh, so once more, please make sure that it has been published. Then you can come to the office of uh, Directorate of Research in our university in the fourth floor in Rectorate building, and you can appoint the research publication, and then you will be addressed by the officer in the office of or directorate of research, and if it is assessed that then it is included in international reputed journal, so you will be reimbursed based on the classification of in the journal reputation, because it will be different APC reimbursement if it is published in Impact Factor Journal by Web of Science, or it is published in uh, Emerging Impact Factor by Web of Science, or it is published in Scopus only published, yeah, not by WOS, or Web of Science. And surely you should contact to the officer in Directorate of Research in our university in on the fourth floor in Rectorate building. Thank you. Sorry, is Prof. Atik still in Zoom?
Now he's longer in our
Ah,
Zoom.
hello,
Okay.
Rahmat. Is there any more question or more detailed information related to what I said before?
Yes, Professor Pamungkas, thank you. so far, is there a specific requirement whether the journal should be only open access or can be also a hybrid journal to have APC access to Unpad? So far, I already asked many person but did not get answer. And thank you very much for the explanation.
I think it can be both, yeah, open access or hybrid or the with closed access to. You can go to the office of research directorate office, and then you can give a report to them related to your publication. But please make sure uh, the index of your journal to publish, whether it is, as I said to before, uh, indexed by Web of Science or Scopus. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully, it is a high impact journal which is published and then it is recognized by the Web of Science index too.
Yes, that the Scopus key too. Thank you.
Q2, yeah? Okay. Have you checked in Web of Science?
Yes, that's a big impact factor, more than two, I think. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Nice. That's okay. Okay. Congratulations. You can visit the Directorate of Research to make any communications about the APC.
Okay, thank you so much for the question and to Mr. Kasno Pamungkas for the response. And we will now move on the second question. It's from Nabila Zuhdi. The question is, I want to ask about our publication. Is that possible if we use one article for a publication in a journal still in process, then we use the same article for poster or oral presentation in a conference at the same time? Is that ethically accepted? Thank you. And it's not specifically addressed to any of our speakers. So perhaps Mr. Kasno or Mr. Muhammad Adel Al-Faki, would you like to respond first?
Okay, I will try to answer, and maybe Al Faki will give more information about this. Actually, when one paper or one article is accepted in a particular journal, so it is not allowed to publish in other journal. Yeah, but when we have an article, then we haven't already submit in a particular journal, it is much better if we present the article in a conference first without publication. So we can bring the article to international conference uh, in order to get a feedback, yeah, from other speakers, and then get some suggestion or some feedbacks from the other researcher in the conference, and then we can also have building building networking because we have the same topics, for example. But please make sure international conference here is only for networking and is only for presenting your paper, but not to publish your paper. Okay, but not to publish your paper. And usually, when we are taking part or when we become participant of the international conference, the committee usually provide us a publication too. It can be proceeding or it can be journal, but we suggest you uh, when you take part in the presentation, we suggest you not to publish in proceeding, yeah, or not to put it as poster, but you can sorry, you can have the presentation or poster, but not publish in the proceeding or in the journal provided by the committee. Yeah, but after you present in oral presentation or you present in poster, so you ask the committee, and then you give confirmation to the committee that I only present without publication. Then we suggest you, after you get any feedback and any suggestion from other researcher and other presenters, so you can publish, you can submit your article into the truly international reputed journal. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Hello, Nabila. Or maybe Faki, you want to give more explanation?
No, I think it's clear from Dr. Kazim.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we will move to the next question. Okay, this question is from Rashmat again, and then the question is addressed to Mr. Al-Faqih. Okay, the question is a little bit too long. Would you prefer to read the question by yourself, or would you like me to read them?
I already read the question, so I'll answer directly maybe. Okay. So
You
actually
can.
it is, yeah, sorry. Actually, it's not related about the like each journal has specific criteria. No, it's about the quality of our writing. So it's better to cite from that article from the targeted one, but it's not necessary also. Uh, so it depends on our quality of writing, and then this will determine whether to accept it or no. So uh, yeah, it's better to start your manuscript structurally good and move on until you will get the acceptance wherever or in whatever it is the journal.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer, Mr. Muhammad Al-Faqih. Rahmat, can you have the follow-up question? Further your question? Okay, maybe not. We will attend it to the next question. It's for Nurul Khairani. Excuse me, can we get the presentation materials and recordings from this webinar? Maybe perhaps the presentation materials for Mr. Pamungkas and Mr. Muhammad Al-Faqih could kindly share them with the participants so they can review or refer back them or later. Okay, maybe we'll share this presentation partition. Okay, the question is from Bilal Shah. The question is, I appreciate the way you presented. Apart from what you mentioned about the role of AI tools in research, could you please let me know how I, as a researcher, effectively use AI tools when writing introduction, literature review, and this section of a paper? Maybe this question is addressed to Mr. Muhammad Al-Faqih. You can answer it.
Yeah. Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate the way of questioning because it's very important as we are living in the AI world. So again, as I mentioned in the presentation, that we have to use the AI as assistant, not completely relevant. I mean, you put your idea there, you write by your own ability to write for example, such paragraph in the introduction, and then you put it in ChatGPT, for example, or in AI uh, a tool, and then you write that you want to improve the quality, but keep the technical idea or your own idea. And then after that, you got the result from the AI, and you determine you can add, you can remove until you fit it until it is fit to the real like meaning of your idea. That's it. Bilal,
Okay.
is that clear?
Okay, I think the answer is clear. Maybe the question from Raja Arif Delhi. The question is from Raja Arif Delhi to Professor Pamungkas. I will invite Professor Pamungkas again to this Zoom meeting. There's another two question. The first, how to get motivation during the journal peer review process, and the two question is there like a platform in UNPAD to claim when we participate in international conference? Okay, I would
Okay,
like to
that is a
Asma.
nice question. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Jelita. Uh, number one is nice question, how to get the motivation during the journal peer review process. As I told you before that when we read the review for the first time, we put them aside and then come back later and carefully read them, yeah, and start working on each comment or review one by one. And then we should have consulting to our peers or our professor uh, to address the comments or the review. It means that you never walk alone on your paper, and then you can rewrite your paper step by step. And please give attention to the deadline, since it is one of the important factor when we are rewriting our paper or when we are revising our paper. Don't to be near to the deadline, because in order to produce a good revision or better revision, we should have longer time. So it means that soon, when you get the review result from the reviewer, so soon you get any consulting to your peers or your professor, uh, and then you start the revision. And you should be fulfilled with positive thinking that when you get used to uh, revision, so you will get more opportunities to publish. Although your paper is rejected, for example, the worst one is rejected, you also should still have positive thinking that get used to rejection to get a lot of publication. Since if we never be reviewed, so it means that we never publish. Even if we never be rejected, so we never publish too. Okay. Then related to the platform, uh, in UNPAD to claim when participating in international conference, surely as a student, whether in a master or doctoral degrees, when you take part in a international conference as a speaker, and it is one of the research journey, so you can put it in your data when you have well, inauguration for after you completing your studies here. So you will have any records for your publication, and then for your international conference participation. And it is one of the research process that you conduct in your study in the university, during your study in the university. So it will be admitted as one of the process of research to complete your study, I think. Uh, for example, if you open the SIAT, yeah, or PAUS ID, student PAUS ID, you should put your uh, academic record or tracks during your study. For example, you have publication, you should write it on. And then you take a part in international conference as speaker, so you should put the information in student PAUS UNPAD too. So please open the PAUS UNPAD for student. It is the platform in UNPAD to claim that you participate in any academic activities, including international conference participation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope the answer is clear. And if there are any further question, please feel free to ask again, Raja Arif Deli. Okay, we move to the next question. It's from Nabila Zudi, and the question is addressed to Mr. Muhammad Al-Faqih. To Mr. Muhammad Al-Faqih, you can answer it now.
Okay. Thank you, Nabila. I think there are two questions. The first one is about is it that better if we find the target journal first or to write the article first. So you write your article first, and then after writing the article, you can search what is the most, because sometimes before writing or generating the outcomes of your article, you don't know actually what is going to be in the results section and the discussion section. So you generate your article first, and then based on the outcomes, because each journal has specific, as we mentioned, specific aims and scope. So based on your findings, you can determine which is the suitable journal for your article. So you start first, and then so many options you'll find after finishing your article. And then the second question, if we use AI to assist with us writing or paraphrasing, for example, should we declare? Actually, there are journals who already are starting like mentioning that if you are using the AI, you can mention it. But in case the journal didn't release that, so you don't have to mention that you use the AI, because we just use this as a system for improving our quality, but not to generate outcomes or findings from the AI. I think this is for the answer for the two questions. Nabila, if you have further question.
Yes, if you have any further question, please feel free to ask to us again. And then we move to the last question. I think the question is from Raja Arif Deli, and the question is addressed to Mr. Muhammad Al-Fakih too. You can answer it, Mr.
So Raja is asking about whether is she already published systematic literature review, and then the systematic literature review, if I'm not mistaken, is already published. And do we have to register it at Prospero? No, so it's a protocol. So protocol, it should be registered before conducting the systematic review in order to cite it to your manuscript to show the transparency of your article. So if it is already published, I think no need for register it in Prospero. So it's better. But again, you can also have the option to register it, because in Prospero, if you are searching for some articles and you are trying to see if this article has been conducted before, it shows in that registry. So you have the option, but it's already published. I mean, for further systematic review, if you can make the protocol first, submit it, and then you can cite it in your article. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Muhammad Al-Fakih, for your answer. I think it seems there are no more questions from participants. So I believe we can conclude our Q&A session here. And the last question from the Raja Arif Delhi, it's our last question for today. Thank you very much for all participation, for your active participation and thoughtful question. And of course, a very special thank you to our distinguished speakers, Professor Nur Atik, Mr. Kasno Pamungkas, and Mr. Muhammad Adil Al-Fakih for sharing such insightful knowledge and experience with us today. Before we officially end, I'd like to kindly remind our speaker to stay in the meeting for a moment, as there will be a certificate presentation delivered by Mrs. Hana, the head of the Distant Education Management Office. It has been a great honor for me to moderate this session. Please accept my apologies if there were any mistakes or shortcomings during my moderation. It has been a great honor. Now I would like to hand the session back to our Master of Ceremony, Kifka Kinanti. The time is yours. And good morning, everyone. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Jelita, for leading this session, and thank you to all the speakers for the insight about effective writing strategies and publication. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we officially close today's program, we would like to invite the head of Distance Education Management Office, Mrs. Hana Rismadewi Agustina SKP MN PhD, to deliver the certificates to our speakers as a symbol of appreciation. To Mrs. Hana, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Kipka. So good morning. I think it's good morning, good afternoon to everyone. So first of all, I would like to thank you very much for all very impressive speaker that already present very important topics to Professor Nur Atik, Pak Dr. Kasno Pamungkas, and also to Muhammad Al-Fakih So I believe that all the audience here really appreciate your presentations, as marked by many questions that are delivered by the participant. So by this point, I would like to extend thank you very much and our gratitude to all your valuable insight on behalf of the Director of Academic, to Pak Kasno, and to Adel, to Muhammad Al-Fakir, and also Prof. Nur Atik. The committee, could you show the certificate, please? Yeah, so the first certificate is still coming. Okay, it hasn't been shown yet. Okay, first to Professor Nur Atik, although he's not in the Zoom this moment. So thank you very much for your contribution. And the second certificate delivered to Pak Kasno. So Pak Kasno, thank you very much because you
My pleasure.
you
I do thank you
really
for
came
the
to share with
opportunity.
us. It's very important topics, and I think I already sent some inquiries to all participants. What next topic that will be maybe we can arrange for next meeting. So I believe that this meeting is only the first meeting with you, with all participants. So thanks again, Pak Kasno. Have a good
Thank you
day.
very much for the opportunity, Dr. Hannah. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and the last certificate dedicated to Fakih. Thank you very much for your participation and really good insight. And I think your active contribution during your study just give a really great inspiration to all. And hope that all students who come here can follow your track to have more publication and also more international contribution. Thanks again. So hope to see you
Thank you,
again for
Dr.
the
Anna.
next
Thanks so
meeting.
much.
So I think that's all our certificate appreciate to all speakers, and thanks again for all participants who coming in our IAP online workshop series. And for sure, the Director of Academic, we're planning to run another online workshop for all international student and also internal student of UNPAD. So don't worry, be happy, and we will share all the PowerPoints and also YouTube recording to your registered email. Thank you very much. So I'll hand it to Kifka for next arrangement. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Hannah. And now we have reached the end of our workshop on Introductory IAP Series 3. And before closing, we kindly request everyone to turn on their cameras for a short documentation session. And I will wait for 1 minute for everyone to get ready. You guys can open your camera for a short documentation. Okay, now I will start the documentation. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you everyone. I would like to express our deepest gratitude to all speakers, teams, and participants for joining and contributing today. And with that, this online workshop is officially closed. I'm Keva Kinanti, your Master of Ceremony, and I would like to apologize for any shortcomings during today's program. Thank you for your attention and participation. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next event. Good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. And thanks to all student intern in head of digital learning office, to Jelly and Kivka and Technovi. Excellent. See you again. Bye.
Thank you.